Alrighty, it says we're live. As always, I'm going to double check because knowing my luck, the one time I did not check. Wow, that was loud. All right, it's working. Anyways, what I was saying is the one time I did not check was the one time it was not working correctly. So I now always check even if I think it's going to work the first time. So, oh, googly moogly. Okay. Hello, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes. I have a new book coming out in 3 days. I'm so excited. It's gonna be my first book. That's my first full-length novel that's come out in like 4 years, and I'm really proud of it. It's a re-release. It was originally published 10 years ago, so it's coming out on its 10-year anniversary, and I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited. So I maybe just a little bit love that book a little too much, but yeah, comes out December 3rd. And the whole reason that came about was because Facebook decided to show me memories last year. Not even last year. I think it was last year, actually, about this time. And it was like, by the way, and I was looking at dates. I was like, oh, snap. Next year will be 10 years before it's, we should re-release it on its 10-year anniversary. So I started putting things in motion to like try to re-release it. So that's where we've been. The ebook's going to be the only thing coming out. I did get the paperback cover. Hey, open says me. Okay, there we go. I did get the paperback cover from my cover artist the other day. Like first looks at it. So hopefully I'll be able to get that finished up and everything ready with the paperback. And as soon as I have the proof copy in my hand and I've approved it, that'll be out too. But at least the ebook will be out on time. I'm a little sad that the paperback's not coming out on time, but at the same time, meh, what can you do? So I'm not gonna be too mad about it. It'll come out eventually. It's fine. It's fine. I live by those words. All right, who is here? Let's see. JC was here first, super early, but didn't want to miss the stream, so I wanted to make sure I got here as early as I could. Hello, welcome, JC. And Stephanie is here, just like the Terminator. And Stephanie is working on creating first and last names for a whole cast of characters for next book. Awesome. Is this okay? So I watched a video from you the other night when I was at work. Last night? I think it was last night because my days are now running together. And you had just finished in that vlog. I don't know if it was like your newest one or not. You had mentioned that you had just finished up a short story that you were posting that was like a holiday related one. And you were talking about working on the next book in the series, but that there was like, it was connected, but it wasn't connected. Is that the one you're talking about? That's kind of same world, different cast of crew. Do I have that right? Because you were talking about a subtitle. And now apparently I can't remember anything I listened to in that video. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Lots of talking to each other. Okay. Oh, there we go. And JC is editing a video. I think that's what I'm going to be working on today too. There's a couple things that I've got like percolating on my mind. So I need to like slow its horses and, hold up on those reins and kind of figure out what the heck I'm actually going to work on during these sprints. Thank you. I can't wait either. I'm not going to lie. I have maybe cried several times since like hitting the final publication button and stuff like that. So, and I'm fully expecting that when I actually have the paperback in my hands, that I will cry as well. And I'm planning on filming that. So that's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. And the reason for that is because like, I don't think I do. Do I have a paperback copy of the original? I don't think I have a paperback copy of the original. I know I don't have an ebook copy of the original of the first or second book, which were the first two that were published. So, but yeah. Thank you. You're awesome too. Just saying. Let me explain real quick. No, that is too much. Let me sum it up. So I just finished the holiday short story called Holiday in a Small Town. That's the one. Okay, yes. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Like, not completely crazy, at least. And now I'm working on next book where some of the characters will pop up in these next set of books from the books I already have out. It will take place in the next town over. I have series like that, yes! Where it's like 2 towns and like there's some crossover with characters, but honestly, it's like 2 different towns. I had that in a series of like shifters where the 2 towns knew about shifters. Like one was predominantly a shifter town, whereas the other one was like half and half shifters, half human. But like the humans knew about the shifters in both towns, kind of thing. I love it when the crossover stories happen where you got like all these towns in one place and there's a bunch of cameos. I am here for that no matter what the genre is. I have been reading some more of those in cozy mysteries. Like there's been a couple cozy mystery series, of course now I can't remember them off the top of my head, that have done that recently, and I need all of the stories that I ever read to do that. I got to thinking about it the other day and I was like, I have all these fantasy stories I want to work on, but they're all in different worlds with all different kinds of magic systems, and they kind of, could I put them all in the same world in just different continents with different cultures and magic systems and it just be the same world? I don't know. I probably could. Exactly. Yeah. All right. So I am going to figure out what I'm going to be working on today. Because I have no idea. None at the moment. JC, I see you. You're the kind of person that would sit here and tell me that this short... No one asked your opinion, phone. Shishka. Yeah, no one asked your opinion. You're the kind of person that's going to sit here and tell me if I have a short story and I'm like, it really wants to be a novel. And then later I'm like, it really wants to be a series. You're going to sit here and silently encourage that, aren't you? I see you. I see you. I'm here for it, but I see you. All right. So if you are new here, the way I usually do it is we do 4 25-minute sprints minimum. Last time we did like an extra 3 on top of the 4. We could do that tonight. It depends on what shenanigans we get into and how good the conversations are. I feel like whenever we have good conversations flowing, like I tend to stay longer just because I'm like, I'm here for the vibes. However, usually when that kind of stuff happens, I do have to move from, I'm in my bedroom currently. I missed the library, but the library is again still too cold. We haven't finished cleaning up. We've been lazy. It's been holiday weekends. I don't care. But eventually I will clean up the library enough that I can put a space heater in there and I will be back in the library. It just hasn't happened yet. I want it to happen soon. I miss gaming. My desktop is in there and I don't feel like moving my desktop in here. So, but yeah, if the Hubs decides that he is tired and wants to go to bed, I will move from here to the kitchen. So that's fun. But he's playing D&D currently, so he doesn't give 2 shits what I do right now. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So minimum 4 sprints. I have a lovely timer on the screen right here with this black cat that keeps blinking at me and like trying to encourage us to write or work on other stuff, whatever we're doing. But, and then on top of that, I tend to put like prompts on the screen. You do not have to use them if you don't want to. They're just there if you feel like writing but don't know what you want to write about, and maybe they'll give you some inspiration. So we're here for all the vibes. Ooh, I know the first thing I'm going to do on this first sprint is I am going to check to see who actually messaged me, because even though I don't care, I actually do, because the notifications gets on my nerves. And then I'm going to, I have a video that I uploaded. I need to double check and make sure everything is good with it. And then schedule it for tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Ooh, Cammie's here. Hello, Cammie. I'm going to go through these comments real quick, and then we will do our first sprint of the evening. I'm here for journal setup. Ooh. I am here for a good journal setup. I know what I need, but not how I want to set it up. I've also got a space here pumping away under the desk because there's almost no weather stripping in the window. I feel that so badly. Let's see. You see, I wrote 3 new poems today. Oh, awesome. Congrats. You guys went live with the AuthorTube poetry night right when the girls and I were sitting down to do our girls night. We ended up watching the movie called Belle, which is a Japanese animated Beauty and the Beast retelling with AI. Like it's well, I thought I heard someone in the doorway. I guess not. It's an alternate like it's not it is AI, but it's not AI. What is it? VR, virtual reality kind of thing, and I really like it. So the girls and I were watching that because the movie we wanted to watch, all because it all started this morning when I got home from work and I was scrolling through TikToks while I was getting ready for bed, and I saw someone talking about the fact that they were watching The Wild Robot, and they were watching on Amazon Prime, and so I told the girls, I was like, we're gonna watch that for family night. We're gonna watch The Wild Robot because we've all been wanting to see it. And then we logged on to Amazon Prime, and it was like, you can rent it or buy it. Renting it will cost $19.99. Buying it, a digital copy, will cost $23.99. And I was like, rent for $19, $20? No, thank you. No, thank you. We will be a hard pass on that. So we started discussing what we're going to watch instead. And I own the digital copy of Belle as well as the physical copy. So we just decided to watch that. Because we can. So I wrote over 9K. Nice. Ooh, I can't wait to hear all about your new routine. I am here for it. I love a good routine video where we talk about new routines. I'm always adjusting mine. I printed off like some scheduling stuff a couple weeks ago and was playing around with it. I don't even know, it should be in here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So, meh, it's somewhere. Because I've got courses I need to take soon. So like I was trying to schedule when I'm going to write, when I'm going to take some of these courses, how long I'm going to spend doing courses and stuff like that. So I'm always here for a good new routine. I can't wait for that vlog. Yes. Yar. Yeah, I know. Not going to lie, sometimes miss those days. All right. I know I skipped some comments back up here. Let me scroll back up. You could totally do that. Yes, I am. You are such a bad influence, and I'm here for it. In fact, the MC from this book I'm working on makes a small half-page cameo in the Winter Festival. Yes! Love cameos! The little coaxing, we can get one. Yes. Winter Festival in Christmas short story. Nice. And the cat is blinking at you, too. I think she really wants us to write. So I have over 900 DVDs and I last 200 not paying my fee. I won't tell anyone if you don't. Oh, but you just did. So unfortunately, it is on the internet, it is live forever. Sorry. I won't tell anyone else outside the internet. How about that? All right, let's do. I don't know how many DVDs I have, but our collection keeps growing because of the Walmart $5 bin. Just saying. It's a nice thing. We tend to at least get one new movie every payday. Do we watch said movies? No, half of them are still in the plastic, but that's not the point. Basically, the way it works is we're going to continue watching streaming stuff for as long as streaming stuff is going to be available, and then when the prices get too high, we will have lots of videos that we have never seen before because they are on our shelf because we bought them. Not a bad influence, just the kind of friend that will encourage you to believe that you can. Yes, do all of the things. So and we're going to start right now with our first sprint. I am actually going to, try to start the sprint. We've only been talking for like 15 minutes. It's fine. All right, so 25 minutes. Let me get our banners up because I just realized I don't have my ticking banner up either, which tells everyone like that we're sprinting during the timers, not to freak out that we're all muted. So here we go. I have 4 prompts for today. Again, if you don't want to write on them, you don't have to. They're just there for inspiration if you need it. So here's our first one tonight, and it says, when I said I'd kill for you, I meant it. I just wanted to do something good for once. So I'm loving a good little villain story here. And we are going to start this sprint as soon as I find the timer. It disappeared. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, that is time, everyone. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments, because I am nosy AF. So I want to know all the things. I scheduled the video that I had uploaded. So it's good to go. It's a vlog for the first half of November, and then I spent the rest of the sprint like editing and adding more clips to the second half of November vlog. And I realized that I've got some clips missing. I think I know where they are, and I think I had accidentally deleted them from iMovie. They're still on my computer. I already checked. I just have to play through them and make sure that the clips that I think they are. Because it might be that I'm not missing clips at all for this particular vlog, because I'm also vlogging a reading challenge vlog. And so like I've got vlog clips from both that are starting to mix together. So the clips I'm thinking that I'm missing might not be clips I'm actually missing. They might be clips for that vlog that I thought were for this one. So, okay, let's see. What else did I do during that sprint? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I did. Okay, so we talked about the kitty timer a little bit. I thought with the very first sprint, when you turn on the timer for the first time, it doesn't meow. I'm gonna have to start listening for that now, because now I don't know. I'm questioning that. JC says it does. Cami says it doesn't. I know it does it for the breaks in between the start and stop of the breaks. I just didn't think it started it. It did it at the start of the very first sprint, but I could be wrong. Pandas had a thorough neck scritching since I took off her collar, and we got a new red one. Ooh. Because the last one was so long, the only reflective tape was on the inside. Whoops. And then had a laser tag break. Gotta have them laser tag breaks. Our cats do not play with the laser tag. So, no laser tag for us anytime soon. Gee, Cammy, why does it take you 5 hours to set up one journal? I feel that mostly because I would sketch it out, and then like I would sketch out in pencil, and that was probably a good thing, because then what would happen is I would change my mind. And there's the clip. So if you've ever seen Lara Croft Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie, the first one, there's a clip after they get burglarized in the middle of the night and everything's been destroyed, and then she comes through and the UPS man walks in while they're trying to clean up, and as she's signing the thing, he's looking around and she looks at him and she goes, "I just woke up this morning and decided I hated everything." And the way she says it is so sassy, and that's how I feel when I'm journaling. When I'm creating a journal and I've sketched something out and I'm just like, I don't like it, erase it, everything gets start all over. I just woke up this morning and decided I hated everything. Question: any of you in the chat or on screen going to do anything for Vlogmas or Bookmas? Not this year. Actually, what I want to do is I want to spend this year planning a bunch of holiday videos for next year, because the end of October all the way through like mid-November, I am going to be gone. My sister gets married November 1st, and my family lives in North Carolina. So because I don't fly, and technically right now I can't fly until I get my new license, we have to drive. And that's a minimum of 3-day, 4-day drive one way. So we're going to be gone for a full 2 weeks. And I want to make sure I have content that is pre-scheduled and constantly posting during not only those 2 weeks that we're planning on being gone, but like a couple weeks before and a couple weeks afterwards, just in case. And I kind of want to start planning now for content that I want going up in December of next year, only because like I would like to start participating in these things like Vlogmas, and like there's a bunch of people that this year did like daily November vlogs and stuff. And while that is not going to happen, I have done daily November vlogs in the past, but I did them like I was calling them, this was back when we were doing Nano. So I called it Nano Uncut, and it was literally just me updating like 5 minutes or less with me updating what I had done for the day as far as like writing related stuff goes. And while I could do something like that and just rename it, I don't know if I want to, because while I don't mind doing those videos, I do not technically like doing unedited videos either. So I went ahead and paused the timer because there's some comments that I want to go through still. But yeah, I think I'm going to use this year to plan for next year as far as like Vlogmas and stuff. Like while everyone else is posting content for Vlogmas and Bookmas, I want to be watching their content and getting ideas for myself for next year so I can start planning. And I had a thought when I first saw this question. I was like, ooh, I can film all my Vlogmas videos in July, so I could do literally Christmas in July and then just schedule them and have them ready to go for Vlogmas in 2025. Like I could film them all in July. It's a thing. I can do it. And now I kind of want to, just to be funny. And because I know I'm going to get looks from the rest of my family going, why are you dressed in Christmas outfits in the middle of July when it's hot as balls? Like, what is wrong with you? Many things. Many things is the answer. Probably not next year. Probably next year as I get more comfortable with the idea. So that's Cammie and I have got the right idea. I wanted to apply to the March AuthorTube Sweet Treat stream. Say that 5 times fast. But I'm too worried I'll get super anxious and too sick to function. This December is definitely... I am signed up for that. If you sign up for it, let me know if you need like a co-host, because I was debating on like asking for those days off from work so that I could, attend more streams this time. Because that was the one thing I did regret about the last one that just happened, the AuthorTube Sprintathon, Friendsgiving Sprintathon. I can't remember. A Feast Fit for Friendsgiving Sprintathon. That's what it was. I kind of wish I had scheduled off, because it would have been cool to attend more of the live streams. There was a couple that were like new people to me. I'd watched a couple of their videos, but I hadn't actually been to their live streams. And it would have been cool to attend their live streams live just to get more of a feel for people, because I enjoy that. I do like going to live streams. I just don't do it very often because I'm generally asleep when people are live streaming, or I'm like busy with work or family stuff. So I keep missing live streams, and it would have been cool to have taken time off from work to do that. And I think I'm going to, for the AuthorTube Sweet Treat, is I'm going to take off from work so I can attend more live streams. So basically what I'm getting at is, if you decide to do it and you need like a co-host buddy to partner up with you so that you're not as anxious, I got you. Oh, and this goes for anyone who's on my chat right now. If you ever want to be live on stream with me, just let me know, like message me. Easiest way to get to me is Instagram or Facebook, though email works too. And yeah, I like having buddies on screen with me. It just doesn't happen very often because of what time I stream. Stephanie did it last year and the year before. Mainly did a daily vlog for 5 minutes. Others were 20 minutes. Some were 5 minutes and others were, yeah, wow, I cannot read tonight. This is a problem. I may do it again. I will decide by the time I wake up. Nothing like last minute. That being said, speaking of planning, and the only reason the last minute thing reminds me of this is I was at work and I was like, I don't feel like writing. Let's start planning for 2025. What projects do I want to work on in 2025? I have already changed my plans that I literally just created about which projects I want to work on in 2025 3 times. And I guarantee you, I'm going to change it again because I keep thinking, oh, wait, yeah, I'm going to be in classes. I got to account for that. I'm not going to have as much time to write because I'm going to be attending classes. Oh, yeah, we're going on this trip for like 2 weeks at a time. And we have to prepare for this trip a couple of days before, or a few days before, maybe even up to a week before. And we're going to have like travel jet lag and probably sicknesses from traveling in wintertime and all that fun jazz afterwards. So we got to plan for that. So like I had to rethink my plans a couple of times already. I went through a couple of clips, got frustrated because I couldn't find anything I wanted to cut so far. The ones I've watched and I need to cut. I felt that was the reason I ended up splitting my vlog into 2 parts. But you do weekly vlogs, whereas this one I was trying to do a month-long vlog, and it was just too much. Even with all of the problems I've had, I had too much footage for it to be less than an hour long for a full month vlog. So I had to split it up into 2 parts, and the first couple weeks are coming out tomorrow, and then the second couple weeks will come out next week. Hello, Dark. Just hopping in, hoping to get some words in with this horror short I'm trying to finish. You got this. We've got you covered. We're going to do some more sprints after I get through these final comments. We got 3 more sprints left, so we got you, Dark. We got you. I've just popped my phone. Panda has claimed my right arm, so no PC keyboard typing. Haven't sketched anything. This is all winging it. That's okay. Yes, next year. 2025 is when she's getting married. Sorry. I didn't I'm not missing her wedding. It's becoming a thing at work. Um yeah. There's a reason I'm taking courses and hoping to start a business by March. When you give your boss a year and a half warning, and it's not a can I, it's a I will be taking time off, and already we're being told our vacation is going to be denied a year and a half out. Yeah, it's time to find a new fucking job. So they don't know it yet. Actually, they do if they paid attention to any of the calendars I put it in. But my last day is the day before we leave for the trip. Fun stuff. Ooh. I'm thinking of doing a 12 short stories of Christmas things, trying and bang out 12 shorts for this horror collection I'm trying to finish. Speaking of that, like I don't do horror. I have horror elements in some of my stories, and some of my stuff gets really dark in the things that happen in them, but I don't do horror. But the 12 short stories of Christmas thing, I have been trying to think, like, I want to do, part of me wants to do, I talked on the last live stream about doing anthologies, and part of me wants to do not an anthology, but like, I don't know what it's called. It's basically when a bunch of authors come together and write their own stories, and they all have their own covers. They all publish them to their own thing, but they're all part of the same collection. And of course, now I can't remember what one of those is off the top of my head. I follow a couple authors who've been part of something like that, and I will be part of something like that next year, but I don't remember what it's called. Like a shared universe kind of thing. I don't remember what it's actually called. But I was thinking of something like that with holidays and monsters. I was like, it would be so fun, whether I organize it or someone else organizes it and I just take part of it. It'd be so fun to do something like the 12 days of Christmas, or like even a Hanukkah thing where there's like 8. I think it's the Hanukkah menorah is 8 days, right? I got this idea because I just recently read a story where they were celebrating Hanukkah and they were talking about lighting the candles every day, which made me realize that I need to learn more about the Jewish holidays and stuff too anyways, but not the point. But like, that would be kind of cool to do something where it was like 12 days of Christmas with monsters, and there's a bunch of different authors writing different stories. Like, I think that would be so much fun. So yes, I'm here to encourage you to do this 12 days of horror short stories thing. Do it. I agree with Cammie. It sounds super cool. I've done daily November vlogs, but this year I was still recovering from moving and then Halloween time. Yes. You just moved into a new place, Stephanie. You got a lot going on. Just got an Erin Condren bundle. I want to Ooh. I'm here for this, Cammie. I do like Erin Condren. It's just that I am not a spiral bound girly. I ruin them. I am too hard on my planners. That is not a good planner for me. Also, the sizes they've since I've used Erin Condren, which was 15 years ago at this point. They have added more sizes, which is cool, and I have been tempted. But until I am starting to make some more money, I cannot quantify it when they've got the spiral bound, and I can't do spiral bound. So I have used some of their products. I really do like Erin Condren products. It's just not for me at the moment. I cannot quantify the cost versus how hard I am on the products. There we go. My 3 picks were all for the super late slots for the sweet treat. Okay, nice. Maybe Force Prince 5, you say? 7 more. Yes, collab series. That's what it is. Thank you. With a shared world. Yes, both those. On this next sprint, I'll have to look for some, because there's been a couple that I've known the authors, and I've asked them in the past. I was like, hey, when I get to the point where I want to start doing something like this, can I ask you guys questions? So maybe it's time because now I'm seriously thinking. Now you got me thinking about it. Now I'm seriously thinking about it to the point where I'm like, maybe it's time to start asking them questions, because I know an author who has been doing, like, all year, he's been doing several different collab series. Another author who's writing, she's writing reverse harem paranormal. But back then when she was doing collab series, she was just doing paranormal romance. And I know a couple other that are in the fantasy paranormal romance area. One is fantasy, one is paranormal romance, and they've done those collab shared world collab series. So I think it's time for me to start asking questions on how everything worked out with that, and maybe contact the organizers themselves to see how they went back about doing that behind the scenes, because I think that would be so cool. Friends have a collab series and they all share each other's books in the same series. Yes, that's exactly what it is. 8 Crazy Nights. Ira Parrish did one. I thought I saw her name attached to one. I'm going to go look that one up. Okay. I think I saw that in like passing, or maybe something was suggested to me. Okay. We should plan them for next year. Holiday Monster Collab thing. Yes. I don't know if it's going to be next year, though, because of the fact that I will be out of town. I think that's going to be too much on my plate to be trying to plan a travel thing. But definitely, like, I want to start planning it for like 2026 latest. I'm thinking that's going to, at least for me personally, that's going to be more a 2026 thing, not a 2025 thing, just because of the fact of when my sister's wedding is. Her wedding is November 1st. So we've got to be there a couple of days before to do stuff, and we'll be there a few days afterwards to do stuff. So could it still be possible? Yes. I just don't want to push it and try to do something like that. So that is not a next year thing. That's a year after thing. There was a couple of events that were going on here in Montana that I was like, oh, I can do this. They're not around the same time as we'll be in North Carolina. And I got to think about it. I was like, I'm not going to have the energy. I guarantee you we're going to get sick. Like, no, it's not going to happen. So I've already had to cancel other plans that I've already made just because her wedding is November 1st. So, yeah. Not going to happen next year, but definitely a 2026 thing. I'll have my shit together by then. I will. Bound and determined. Aaron Connor's a petite planner pack. Hey, feel free to send a link. Let me give you Power of the Wrench during the next sprint, because I don't know anything about the petite planners. This is new to me. Like I said, I haven't used their stuff in like years, so it's very possible they've updated everything and I just don't know about it. The last thing I got was they had a rainbow collection of like, I think it was called a life planner, and it was a ring set, and it was like A5 size. I really liked the planner, so I went ahead and got it. The problem was I tossed all the pages because I didn't like the layout of the one I got. And I say tossed them. They got used. It just didn't get used by me. So basically, I spent all of that money, and I did get it on sale, so I'm not going to complain too much. But the only thing I used was the file folder that was rainbow colored. So I have a goal planner checklist books. I am definitely going to have to give you Wrench Power so you can share a link, because I want to know what you got. I want to know what you got. And then Stephanie is sharing links to one of the books from Lyra Parrish. And I think I have made it to the end. I have. All right, we're going to do another sprint. The cat timer is paused at the 3-second mark, so I can do my usual countdown before it meows at us. But we're going to do 25 minutes. Let me get our next prompt up. Again, they're just for those who want to write but don't know what they want to write about. Here we go. How long have you been standing there? Come here. Put your head on my lap and tell me about your day. Just it's here for the cozy vibes. You got to lay down and relax, take a nappy nap. And we're going to go ahead and start this next sprint in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments. I found missing clips and I'm waiting for them to upload now. Why is it not uploading? Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on. Oh, it's because I hadn't actually told it to upload. Okay, I'll have to fix that. And then my iPad had its first ever since I got it, so I'm waiting for that to update so I can look at stuff there. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I've been waiting on stuff to update, and I've just been scrolling through. I also posted some links to some authors that I was talking about, or some series books that I was talking about, as far as like the shared world collab series thingies. The main one that I noticed that I've seen off and on throughout the years is the Zodsters, and there's a whole bunch of series within that one. I didn't realize that. So it doesn't even have its own series page, which is what I was looking for. I was looking for series pages to share. And then I shared an author because that particular author has just participated in so many. I couldn't just send one because I think he's done like 6 or 7 this year alone. So go back through and see what we got for comments. Where did I stop? Everyone's making comments on the prompt that was there. Not so cozy of a prompt. Prompt 2 is about panda. Hi, Angel. How are you feeling? How is the babes doing? How are you and the babes doing, I should say. And Cammie shared some links to the Erin Condren stuff, which I did look at. I really enjoyed the starry one. Not in my budget for this year because I've already bought my planners for this year, and we're going to try out some new stuff. I got the Clever Fox, and I've got some video footage coming out of that eventually. But maybe for next year. Remember, definitely not a spicy writer. I like me a good sweeter scene too. I was thoroughly surprised by the one I mentioned, reading something where they were celebrating Hanukkah. It was an audiobook that suggested to me, and I was really surprised because I kept expecting spice, and I apparently didn't read the description too well because it said no spice on the description. I missed that part. I was thoroughly impressed and very happy in the long run when I got to the very end, and I was like, oh, there was no spice. Okay. Today I'm going to go back to writing, finally going back to work on my current work in progress and on another series, but a very spicy one on the subgenre of a... Oh, yes! I don't mind reading spice. I don't. I go through phases where sometimes I'm in what I call my slut phase, where I want to read all of the smut. And then I have phases where I'm like, I just want some cutesy stories where we cannot even admit our feelings to each other because we're too innocent and pure. And if you could see me, you'd see me kicking my feet like a little kid. Right now, I'm somewhere in between. Lots of, okay. Cost me $45 for the cover and books, plus $5 for the clear packet insert. I love a good clear pocket insert. I read that wrong, and I think I'm thinking the wrong thing because I'm thinking the cover. That's not what you're talking about. You meant a pocket. Big difference. It's a chunky boy when all is said and done. Double stacked A5. Ooh, yes. I love a good chunky book. Okay, Dark got... Oh, okay, my iPad started up. I'll be able to use it on the next sprint. Yay. Okay, Dark got brainstorming done in 200 words. The story went so off the plan. Yes. Cammie says, speak of the devil, and she will appear. Panda sat on the rug, laser tag and or treat signal, and stared at me until I finally came over. Nice. I'm glad you guys are doing good. And I'm glad you're getting back to writing. That's so exciting. Gotta pause the timer. There we go. Look at me pausing on the 3-second mark every time. Excuse me. Favorite sentence from that sprint: the stifling scent of sulfur and brimstone assaulted my nostrils and turned my head to cough. Are you writing about demons? Probably not, but maybe, because you're doing horror stuff, so maybe there's demons involved. I love a good demon story. I'm here for it, and I love the quote. I imagine JC got more editing done on the vlog. I need to film a clip, I need to film a final clip for this vlog, and then I can wrap up this vlog and be done with it. And since today's the 30th, you would think I would be smart and do that like now. Am I? We shall see. The baby sleeps for 3 hours. You find your time. Yes. That a lot of people talk about you need to sleep when baby sleeps. And a lot of people are like, that's when I get all the chores done. I was very much the same way. I did not sleep when the babes were sleeping. I got chores done. That's when dishes got washed. And that's when I got my writing done. In fact, actually, when I first started live streaming, I think I'm trying to remember what year that was and if I still had babes or if I had toddlers. I think I had toddlers then because I think I started streaming in 2013 and they would have been toddlers. Or my oldest would have been taller. But either way, when they laid down to sleep, that's when I did some live streams because I knew I had a good 2 hours at least. For once, no, this is a weird cosmic horror thing, and they're in a dream world they aren't meant to be in at the moment. Ooh. Is this an H.P. Lovecraft thing, or is this cosmic horror that's not Lovecraftian? Curious. Listen to more of me talking and still did good things, so I'm really editing. Yes, it still counts as editing because you might change your mind and go back and pull out some stuff later. You might decide, you might get to the very end of your vlog and be like, this is still too long, and decide that you have to cut something. And then you're just going to fight with yourself. Actually end up cutting something. Or you're going to change your mind and be like, nope, it's just going to be 1.5 million years long. My brain is now thinking about fluffs and woozles. Yes. I had to introduce the girls to that because they were like, what is that? I'm like, oh God, here we go. You can't watch the VHS like I did when I was a kid, but we can introduce you to the song. You okay, Gobbles? Gobbledygooks? You good? I'm guessing so. You can just lay down. Okay, cool. The old man came in here and I heard a wheezing sound. Not a sound he usually makes, so I was like, what's going on? I can't sleep when she does because I come disoriented. Ooh, that's not good. It's not Lovecraftian, but does have spark of hope ending. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm going to have to because it's 1 hour and 30 minutes. Ooh. Yeah, once my monthly vlog got to the 1 hour mark, I was like, yeah, there's no way this is going to be one vlog. This is going to be a 2-parter. So I feel that. And after ending, my part 1 was like almost 50 minutes long, and my part 2 is now without an update almost 50 minutes long. So it's fantastic. Like usually I'll find something and be like, oh, I didn't need to say that. That's not important. Cut. This time I'm like, I want to keep everything. I want to keep everything. I had planned a vlog this weekend, but I kind of forgot to film anything. I had so many plans of things I was going to do for Thanksgiving because me and my husband were both off, but we had work the next day. Both of us had work the next day, but he usually does all the cooking. Like 99% of the cooking, 99.9% of the cooking. So my plan was to do like an all-day live stream thing and get some work done. That did not end up happening. Everyone helped out a little bit with various things for cooking this year for the first time ever, which was fantastic. I loved it. But the other thing was that we decided to sit down and just watch TV. Before we came into the kitchen to help out with different things, the kids and I watched Spellbound on Netflix by ourselves with my husband popping in and out every once in a while as he was cooking. And then after like everything was said and done and we were just waiting on the turkey, basically, we watched all of Delicious in Dungeon except for the 6 episodes we'd already watched. So 24 minus 6, that's how many episodes we watched. I can't do math in my head right now. So we watched TV all day long. So my plans were dashed, and I'm not mad about it at all. And I did not even once pick up my phone to film anything, because I had every year for around Thanksgiving, I try to go around the family and be like, what are you thankful for? And at least get those kind of clips. I didn't even do that this year. And I'm not mad about it. I mean, you've watched my vlogs, so you know I can leave it over an hour and not as much over. Yeah. You have I really do enjoy longer vlogs. Because I do watch the vlogs, or watch is a term I use loosely. I watch vlogs while I'm working, and the longer vlogs make the time pass at work so much faster. Don't ask me how that logic works, but it does. Yes, I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was on my phone a lot, but it was more me checking in with like the rest of my family and wishing them Thanksgiving, or checking with friends and family and being like asking how things were going. I had a friend who actually spent Thanksgiving alone because of some things going on with their family. And so I was checking in off and on throughout the day, making sure they were okay. Just basically doing check-ins like that kind of thing for the most part. So I was on my phone. I just didn't film. Got a big girl camera. I want a big girl camera. Started filming some B-roll. Haven't used that camera in about a year. I have one on my wish list, and I keep thinking, and I'm like, I should just save up and buy it. And I haven't, because I'm an idiot. Mostly I'm very much an out of sight, out of mind person. And so while I check that wish list every once in a while, I don't check it often enough to remember that I'm supposed to be saving up to buy that as a camera. So it's not that I'm an idiot, because I'm not. I just don't think about it. Hope is my favorite sin that never escaped Pandora's box. I'm going to steal that line and use that in a book, because I love that. Imagine how much more crushed the characters will be after the end. That's mean. That is mean. I'm here for it, but it's mean. All right. I have reached the end of the comments that StreamYard is showing me. So that means we're going to do another sprint. We're going to do another sprint, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to start this one so I know which one to come back to. And here is prompt number 3 for anyone who wants to use it. I won't hate you. I know you think that's what you deserve, but it's not. You're not some evil bad guy with nothing to lose. You're misguided and hurting, and I want to help you. So 25 minutes, and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments. I filmed a vlog clip to like wrap up vlog clip for this final vlog that I'm doing. And once it uploads to Google Photos so that I can download it on my computer, I will get that edited during the next sprint. Hopefully, that's my plan at least. We'll see. And then once that is done, I can wrap up this vlog so that I can start, getting it posted. And then I said goodnight to the girls right after I finished filming the vlog clip so they could go to bed because it's after midnight. I haven't moved locations actually. I just shifted stuff around. I'm still in the same spot. I just turned the camera to make room for my vlogging camera. Which I guess I can turn this off now. Because I don't really need this. I got one of these handy dandy little thingies, these tripod thingies. Let's see if I can actually show it. Haha. So, of course, it's not going to turn towards you, but like when I power it on, it balances itself out. I love it so much. And it just sits on my desk. I put it on my desk and well worth what it cost. I love it. It's been my new favorite toy. And it's one of those where if you've got it synced up correctly, when you move around, if you set the settings right, when you move around, it follows you. So like I can put it in one spot and it will follow me around the room. I don't have those settings set, but it can. It has that option. So let me turn that off real quick because I'm done with that. Whether it'll work with a, it won't work with a camera because it's got a phone clip attached. But lock my phone so I don't press random buttons and accidentally call someone in the middle of the night. Oh. But I actually carry this in my bag to take with me to work so I can vlog at work if I want to. It's been a very good product. I am very happy with it. The only thing I don't like is that because of the phone case I have to take my phone out of the phone case to film. Okay, I didn't break it any more than it's already broken. Go scroll back up to where we stopped last time. Lots of comments came through. Okay, Dark has a Canon Rebel. What is the camera that I wanted? I have it on my wish list. Let's see what it was. I think it was a Canon. I don't think it was a Canon Rebel though. Where is my business wish list? Business list. My private business list. Oh, I lied. It is a Sony Alpha. That's the one I've been looking at. And it's like $700. $700 when it's on sale for Cyber Monday. So it's very expensive. But I have a feeling I'm the same way. The last camera I had, I actually had, it was one my mom gave to me when she upgraded, and it was a Sony. Maybe that's why, no, not a Sony. It was a Canon. Maybe that's why I'm thinking that I was looking at Canon still. And she had already had it for quite a few number of years before she upgraded. And she only upgraded because she wanted to attach different lens to the new camera she ended up getting. So, and I think I had it for a few more years after that. And the only reason I got rid of it was because it just had been dropped into water too many times and it wasn't waterproof. So, yeah. I remember having it for quite a number of years between the two of us, though. Guess it's okay to use that line. It's almost as good as my first personal quote. I cannot say that one out loud. YouTube will not like me for that. Okay, I've decided. Look out for a video each day. I've already titled several of them. The one where I talk about my intention for the month. Nice. I'm looking forward to it. I do like a good set of daily vlogs. I've been following several people's daily vlogs all month, and I thoroughly enjoy them. And I'm looking forward to the Vlogmas ones that are happening. There's a couple people I already know who have started, like, they started Vlogmas early for various reasons. And I'm like, that's actually a really smart idea. I think, me personally, if I'd started filming Vlogmas videos early, I would have waited to post them so that they came out on the same day. But when they explained their reasons for why they started and posted them early, I understood it. So it was great. Oh, I missed being able to pause the cat before she started the timer. I want to go through these comments. Let's see. And I asked about the list. I once titled them like Friends episodes, which reminded me of the fact that I used to title all my vlogs, not just special edition ones, but I used to title all my vlogs after song titles. So like if you go back through some of my vlogs, I don't remember when I started it or when I stopped it. I think I did it mostly in 2022, maybe in 2023, where I was doing song titles for my vlogs. I don't remember. Always do month plans for the first, birthday vlogs for the second. Because your birthday's on the second, right? Or is someone's birthday's on the second? Is it yours or Jackson's? I can't remember. Last year I only made it to day 8. But the year before I did all 30 days. Nice. And you shared a link, which is awesome. I started naming them that way because naming 30 vlogs was time consuming, and most days I was named whatever that was in the vlog the most, right? That's actually what was the deciding factor for me with the song titles is what did I talk about that could reflect in a song I've listened to that I liked, like what song vibes with this video, and that was the title I used. Okay. Let me start me even though I know who's coming. Does that mean extra expense? We'll see. I can't upload a video while streaming. I did notice that because otherwise it takes too long. It already, without doing anything, without anyone being online, without anyone doing anything else, it already takes almost 2 hours for an hour-long video to upload. So there is no way in hell I am going to try to upload a video while we're doing sprints. It's not going to happen. I know you're trying, JC, but it's not going to happen. Dark got 300 words and made some decisions about a different book I'm writing. Yes. Looked like you moved. Nope. Nice. Not me over here realizing I need to make food so I can... Oh, no. Yeah, go get some food, Cammie. Ooh, massive world building. I'm okay with this too. I have decided for like next year, some of my... I want to do some live streams like this where we do sprints, and in between the sprints we'll do like specific chats. Like I do want to do one where I basically do a Notion tour where we're going to talk nothing but Notion during the live stream in between chats. Like if there's comments that come up that mention other things, we'll talk about that too, but like specifically I want it to be about Notion. And then I think there's some other things. Like I think it would be really cool to do one that's about world building. I think it would be one I've seen in some of, like I've seen here and there in some of Kate's vlogs. It looks like Kate Kavanaugh's vlogs, that looks like when she does her Twitch streams, she has a file on screen while she's streaming, but it could just be the vlogception thing. Like it could just be me looking at it wrong because I just quickly glance while I'm doing other stuff kind of things. So I could be wrong about that. But I think it would be cool, so cool to do a live stream where we kind of do work through world building together kind of thing, like plotting together, where I'll have what I'm working on screen while we're doing stuff. But I can't do that with StreamYard, so because I can only share my one screen at a time. So if I've got the timer on the screen, obviously I can't do that. So that's still some logistics I'm working out, but at the same time, I think that kind of stuff would be cool to do. I'm skipping comments here, and I don't know why. That's cool. Oh, it's because StreamYard keeps jumping. I really wanted one of those holders. I'm all kinds of... That was the reason I wanted it, is because I was trying to film and holding, and my hands shake enough as it is when I'm trying to hold them steady. So like I definitely shake too much when I hold them for so long, and that definitely makes it easier. Maybe don't toss your phone. Shh. 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 This camera with the accessory kit was close to 1K when I got it. Yep, it still runs for about 800 for the same model. This is one with swap lenses, and I have a mic attached. I'm not so worried about the mic attachments or like the lens swaps if it's got a good mic already. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind getting one of those clip-on mics. I don't remember what they're called. It's not a fob. It has some short name. I don't remember what it was. That's what it was. Okay, I thought I knew your guys were right there close together. I didn't realize they were one right after the other. Wasn't suggesting you upload while streaming. Just maybe so we can get 1 or 2 more, 3 more sprints. It's not my fault that I enjoy. I'm glad you enjoy them. It really makes me happy. I love having these conversations too. That would be great to talk nothing but Notion. I'm not gonna. I haven't submitted to AWC yet, but I'm still thinking about the fact that we mentioned possibly doing like a panel about Notion, Angel, with between you, me, and Tiff. I think it's Tiff. I think it's Tiff. My mind is blanking on names. I think it's Tiff. And I remember during my presentation for AWC last year, we mentioned in the comments about doing a panel, and I still am thinking about that. So I think I'm going to submit that for my idea for AWC this year, but we'll see. Honestly, because of everything going on, as far as like me going to school and stuff like that, as much as I would love to plan, like my original plan was to ask for those days off for AWC so that I can go to all the live streams and stuff like that. But I don't know, with everything else going on and the fact that I'll be taking classes and trying to start my business and then planning for the North Carolina trip, I don't know at this moment in time whether it's a good idea for me to plan for AWC or not. I haven't decided. That's a future me plan. I will decide that in like March. It's not my fault that I enjoy your streams so much. If you can only share one screen, have a little pop-up timer on the screen that you're sharing. Ooh. Notion does have the ability to put a timer, so that actually could work. I could add a timer to Notion. Thank you for the idea. That's beautiful. And if I was doing other kinds of shared screens, I could figure something out then. Lapel mic. Yes. Let's take learn. Yep. Lapel mic. I've got one of those I use with my phone sometimes. See, I don't have one. Yes, TL Russ was the name that was popping in my head, but I was like, that's not her actual name. That's her published name. That's her channel name. What is her name? Okay, Tiffany. Cool. I was close. That can be an after stream worry. Yes, definitely uploading is definitely an after stream worry. Plus, since DeHubs is doing stuff for D&D right now, I honestly don't want to upload videos while he's doing D&D anyways, because he's doing it virtually. They do a D&D session. I think the group he plays with, some of them are in New York, some of them are in North Carolina, some of them are in Texas. They're all over the place. So that's what I'm saying. All right. I have once again reached the end of the comments, which means it's time for another sprint. So I'm going to start this up. Wait. We had one sprint left anyways. I'm just saying, we had at least one sprint left. I've got one more prompt left. Yep, prompt number 4. One more prompt left. Hope to be on that stream if it won't be too late for me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put in for a panel stream for about Notion, but whether or not it's accepted is going to be the question. And then on top of that, whether or not I'll be available to do it. So, but yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got this. All right, I've officially reached the end. We're going to start our next sprint. We're going to do at least one more sprint because it's our usual 4th sprint. But I can hear DeHub still playing D&D right now. So if he's still doing D&D at the end of the sprint, I've got more stuff we can do. So I will just go find more prompts and make JC and myself happy. So here we go. We're going to start this next sprint. Maybe, possibly, not exactly final sprint, but we'll see. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. I was typing up some prompts, so I had to finish that up before I turned my mic on. Otherwise, it would get rid of it. I think. I have no idea. All right. How did everyone do? What'd you do? Let me know in the comments. As I mentioned, was doing dialogue prompts. I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more prompts during that sprint. I got a little bit of editing done, but on the video, I think I still have about 10 more minutes of editing to do, and then I'll be able to wrap up that vlog, add some graphics, and start uploading it once we're done streaming. Maybe, possibly, we'll see. And apparently I'm hearing things because there's weird things going on behind me in places I can't see. I don't know. What's going on? Okay. All right. I did start that one, so I would know where I was. I'm not certain why I'm hearing weird noises. Okay, let's see. I started and then I lost it. Okay. A prompt for you, JC. Yes, that prompt was perfect for you. And I hadn't realized it. So like I just mentioned that I was typing up writing prompts, and that's what I tend to do. I add a whole lot of prompts at one time so that I can just boom, 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 go through them. And I was getting near the end of my list. Like the one we just did was the last one I had on my list for this site, which is why I had to come up with more. But the prompts that I had for the stream and the stream before were all ones I created in September. And that was the last time I did a batch ad. So like I had forgotten what prompts were there, which was why I was reading them before we started sprints. And then this time I forgot to. And it wasn't until I saw your comment, Cami, that I realized like A, how perfect it was, and B, that I didn't read it out loud. That's a spicy prompt. Cat having face and face. Somehow this has cosmic horror, portal fantasy, creatures, body horror, and still a content, hopeful ending. What the fuck? I'm here for it, though. 500 words. Nice, Dark. Almost got to the last part of the short story. How long is your short stories tend to be? Because I have all of my short stories up until like 2003, or at least most of my short stories that I've written since 2003. I think 2003. Got my tablet right here. I could just like confirm or deny this. Hello. Set up later. It did a whole brand new continue. No. Back. Don't share. I continue, I guess, because you're not really giving me a choice otherwise. Set up later. Thank you. I guess. I don't really know what you want me to say. Okay. Okay, there it goes. Wasn't registering my Apple Pencil there for a second. What was I talking about? Short story. Okay, yes. That's what I was going to do. So I have a document on Scrivener called Short Stories, and I've got it set up by folder. So 2004 was the oldest short stories that I still have access to, as far as like the ones that were typed. And those short stories were like 300 words, 500 words, less than 1,000. And then over the years, my short stories have steadily gotten longer so that by 2020, nothing was less than 5,000 words. And this year, nothing has been less than 10,000 words as far as short stories go. So it's been really interesting to see the progress that I've done throughout the years as far as like how long my short stories are. Short stories, which is why I use the term short stories very loosely lately. It's been fantastic. I finished my first run through of the chatty parts, so now I have to go back and make some of the hard cuts. Ugh. I am so sorry. Hopefully it's shorter. We'll see. My Christmas short story was about 9,300 words. Nice. I aim for less than 10K. My average is usually 5K, but I have some that are around 8. I have some short stories that like they were written for anthologies and they had to reach a certain limit. Like I think the one I wrote for Summer Solstice Seductions, which is now the first story in the Sultry Solstices series, was supposed to be 8,000 words. And now I've been adding some chapters from the love interest point of view. So now it's closer to 10,000 words. And every short story in that series is about the same length, roughly, roundabouts. And then the Must Love Monsters anthology, I think the word count requirement for that one was 12,000 words. So I think all of mine have been between 12,000 and 15,000 words for that series of short stories. So like some short stories are purely, if they were originally written for anthologies, they are purely based on what was required for that anthology. And then if it becomes a series, like some of mine have been doing lately, because I'm a glutton for punishment, then they've been closer to, like, I try to keep all the stories in the same series around the same word count, roughly. I'm also doing a massive chunk of microfics with our 150 words or less. See, these days I can't imagine doing something that's 150 words or less, but I've done it. Like, I've got evidence of it. I have done short stories that are like 100 words and less. And there is a publishing company that I follow. I'm friends with one of the owners, and they put out an anthology every year where you're supposed to, they send out invites to participate, and your submission is supposed to be 100 words or less, and it always follows a certain theme, and it's fantastic. I love it. I have yet to make it into it, but I have participated enough times that I've gotten several short stories or microfics out of it, because I feel like that's a good challenge for me, is to try to take a central theme and write a 100-word short story or less. It's been great to do, but it's so hard for me to do too. I cannot imagine writing a short story, or a microfic, I should say, that's 150 words or less. It just does not compute in my brain, because I have done nothing that's shorter than, I really want to say my shortest piece nowadays is 10,000 words, unless like the one that was supposed to be 8,000 words for the anthology, like that's the exception. So for the past 4 or 5 years, I haven't written a short story that's less than 10,000 words, roughly. Did I eat or medicate? No. Did I spend half that time digging out stamps that represent the chores? I want to test a layout in this month's term, sadly. Been there and done that, but make sure you take care of yourself. If you need to get some food or take some meds, do it. I'm here for it. We got about 6-ish minutes, unless I go off track and start another sprint. I think we're going to do a couple more sprints. I do want to finish this vlog, at least editing it, and I've got about 10 more minutes worth of edits to make. Hi, Jester. I'll move stuff out of your way so you can hop up here. And now that my iPad is finally finished updating and all that fun jazz, I do want to take a look at what I had originally planned for 2025, at least to start off with 2025. I want to take another look at that and start making, like, finalizing that. I think this would be a good time to do that, especially like where videos are concerned. I want to look at my YouTube schedule. I have a lot of videos planned for the rest of, originally it was supposed to be the rest of 22-24, but since we're so close, and I was talking about maybe bumping them, like filming them, editing them, and uploading them, but scheduling them for like starting in January, I need to take another look at that and see what that's about. I use single word prompts. That's exactly what they did with these microfics. Like the one, there's actually a video on my channel that's called Colors and Curses. So I ended up using it for an AuthorTube anthology here on YouTube, but it was originally written for one of their competitions. And I think the keyword was ink. I think that was the prompt word, was ink. And Colors and Curses was the story I wrote based off that prompt. It was rejected from them, which is why I was able to use it for the AuthorTube anthology that is on here. But they do, their prompts are always one word. And that's been part of the fun. I think one year it was fly, and I did a short story or a microfic about someone traveling to Mars. They've done a couple others as well that I can remember. I'll have to look them up. They've got several out now. They've been doing this off and on for several years. In my head, the number is 9 years, and I don't think it's been 9 years. I think it's been 7 years. So they've gotten one of these, because it's a competition that they do. And then they gather up all the winners and even some of the non-winners to put in the anthology that they put out every year. So, and I want to say they're 100 words and less. 150 words means I can narrate it and pop it up on my audio channel as a YouTube short. Yes, that's a great idea, Dark. I love that. Normally I just write out the word, but with 10 stamp packs relating to household tasks, I better give them a try. Do it. That sounds fun. JC's happy because we're going to do some more sprints. I found a bunch of horror art prompt lists on Pinterest and used those. Ooh, do you have a linky link? Because I would love to see a prompt list because you're using art prompts. I'm here for a good art prompt. I don't use Pinterest because that is a dangerous place for me to go. That is a good way for me to get lost and never be found again. But there was a time when I was using Pinterest religiously more because my sisters were sending me pins all the time and trying to show me various things. So like I have a Pinterest board that is nothing but writing prompts. I have a Pinterest board that's nothing but soulmate AUs. I do have a Pinterest board that was for cover ideas back when I was discussing my cover for Puck's Choice with my cover artist, actually. So like I do have Pinterest boards. I do use Pinterest. It's just not a good place for me to go. There's a couple where I'm using it to collect ideas for like different fantasy themed stuff. Like there is a picture of this, it looks like a winged rabbit with a long tail that I absolutely adore. And I wanted to include it into like a modern fantasy setting in one of my stories. So I've got a Pinterest board of like magical creatures that I want to include in like modern world kind of thing. So I do use Pinterest. So send me a link. I want to take a look at what you're using for your prompts because that sounds cool. Writer's Blockbuster. I like the fact that you call them Writer's Blockbusters too. That is awesome. Cooking requires dishes, and as my only pot got used for soup last night. Ooh. I am a very big fan of like Sammys. Like especially like a grilled cheese Sammy. But my go-to, as long as we have tortillas and cheese, my go-to is to roll up cheese in a tortilla and stick that thing in a microwave and heat it up like that. That's my go-to for late nights. Or even just, if I've got sliced cheese instead of like shredded cheese, I just lay a couple slices of cheese down, hot dog if I've got it. I don't even always cook it. Sometimes I just eat it like it is. Game change. These cookies will tide me over 30 minutes. My air fryer gets no love. I've got a big bulky one and it's difficult to clean, so we don't use it that often. I want to get a different one because I think that'd be fun to use. I would love to use my air fryer more often, but because of how big and bulky it is and how long it takes to clean, it gets really gross really fast. I just don't use it. My air fryer is bigger than my microwave. That's how big it is. And probably about the same weight, honestly. Just an example, I have over 7K pins in my writing. Dark, are you sending me a Pinterest board link? Because I am here for it. I love a good writing prompt. That is a lot of prompts. You did send a link. Yes. Yes. Okay, sorry. I'm done. Excuse me. Sorry. Little monster in me came out for a second there. That is a lot of prompts. Let's see. I'm with JC on that one. Yeah, exactly. 7K? To be fair, I haven't looked in mine in so long. I know I have a lot separated into different groups. Boards? I think they're called boards. So I don't know how many I have, but I know it's a lot between all of them. I use Pinterest more for schooling things and less for writing things. Yeah, that's just, yeah, you said in. Oh, the cat said it's time to write. She meowed in my ear. All right, pause it for a second so I can get back through these comments. Oh, I was at the last one. Okay. That might just be one pin, but that's got 31 prompts on it. And you remember how we were talking earlier about the collabs, the series collabs? Wouldn't it be cool to have 31 different authors writing the same? It would have to be the same genre, because I'm not going to do a mixed genre thing for a world collab series. But like everyone could take one of these 31 prompts. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, I'm all about the ideas. Oh, yeah, I got one of those. I didn't get a Ninja. I got some off-brand, and it was bigger than it's bigger than my microwave. And it's she a big girl, and I don't appreciate her as much as I thought I would when we got her. She was on sale, and now we know why. But it works. It's a difficult thing to clean and pull out and use, and we don't like it. So I want to get a different one. I use Pinterest for all my writing and inspirational things. Get so many ideas from Pinterest. See, that's why I can't use it, because I will just stay there forever. There's witch themes, yokai themes, potions, etc., etc. Art prompts are good for writing too. Yes, exactly. Definitely so. There's a couple of artists I follow who do different art prompts every year for different months. Like there's one who specifically draws foxes, and foxes are my favorite animal. So of course I'm going to go follow anyone that has anything to do with foxes. And every few months or so, she does an art challenge where she's got different themes. So all of her foxes that month will be one of the different themes. And it is so cute. I love it so much. Yes, it will definitely send me down a rabbit hole. I will get stuck there forever. You will never see me again. So, all right. I think I have made it to the end of the comments. Yes. Scrivener, not Scrivener. I keep saying Scrivener instead of StreamYard. StreamYard says I have made it to the end of the comments. Is it weird that my favorite animal is an elephant? No. My sister likes elephants, and I work at a clinic. And I thought this was so strange because I don't know when my sister's favorite animal became an elephant. It might have always been an elephant, but I didn't become aware of the fact that her favorite animal is an elephant until like a few years ago. And growing up, my mom's best friend, her favorite animal was an elephant, and she was a teacher. I don't know why that was relevant. It just is. So it was really weird that her favorite animal is an elephant. And now I learned that my sister's favorite animal is an elephant. And I work at a clinic, and both doctors that work there, both of the female doctors who work there, have elephants in their offices, their personal offices. So I'm like, when did elephants become everyone's favorite animal? Like, when did this happen? Like, I love it, but it's just like, when did it happen? Because all of a sudden now I'm meeting so many people like their favorite animal is an elephant. And I'm just like, I love it because I always know what to get you guys if you guys need gifts, because I can always give you guys elephant stuff. And nowadays there's a whole bunch of elephant stuff coming out. So it's really easy to get people elephant related gifts. But at the same time, like, my mind is blown of when people like started loving elephants. And I say that, and now I've met a couple people whose favorite animals are hippos. And I'm like, did all this start with the baby hippo, whose name I cannot remember, not the new one, but the other one, Fiona, I think it was. Like, did everyone's obsession with hippos start when Fiona was born? Because it feels like it. Favorite animal is a giraffe. Awesome. It's because they never forget. And it's kind of awesome, especially like for someone with like me who has a lot of memory issues, who can't either completely forget stuff or misremember stuff, which is why I write stuff down. Like, my memory is that bad. So I love the idea of elephants just for that reason, because they never forget, or that's the way we think about it. Used to go crazy over elephant figurines. Yeah, that teacher friend that I said about, my mom's best friend, she had like one of those coffee tables with a glass top that was like this deep. Like, it was a case and it was this deep. And in that coffee case, she had a whole bunch of these little porcelain elephants that were all painted different colors or different patterns. It was so cool. And I wish we had pictures of it, but we don't. And it was just like one of those things where like I don't know when elephants became popular. Obviously, they've always been popular if she had porcelain figures or ceramic figurines of elephants that were like less than 1.5 inches tall. My aunt's is tigers, then elephants, and then I was in Amsterdam airport in 2013 and saw a carved elephant painted like a tiger. Ooh, that's awesome! All the profits went to a protection program. Yeah, see, that's part of what I think happened too, is that the protection programs brought more awareness to elephants, and now people are like recognizing that they are a legit animal outside of zoos, kind of thing. Not to say that they never knew that. It's just more of like, oh yeah, kind of thing. Mudang is the new one, but there was one before Mudang, and I want to say her name was Fiona, or something like that. The internet went crazy for her because she was just super cute. I think it was Fiona. Yeah, it was Fiona. She was born 2017. January 24th, 2017. Because there for a while, the internet went crazy for her because she was so dang cute. I don't even remember what happened then. And now it's Mudang. And like, I'm loving it. It's just like, I don't know how this all started. It is. There is a movie. If you like the Hallmark kind of movies, it's not a Hallmark movie. It's on Netflix. I think it's a Netflix original. It's called Holiday in the Wild, I think it is. I think that's what it's called. Came out in 2019. Yep, Holiday in the Wild, featuring Rob Lowe and Kristen Davis. And it talks a lot about them becoming extinct. It also goes over some of the protection programs and why they exist. And I'm going to admit that I now watch it every year since it came out, at least once a year. It's a Christmas movie, though Christmas in Africa is a little different than some people might think. So it's so cool, though. I love it. Oh, I'm glad you saw it. Yes. Okay. Giraffe, butterflies, and Rapidash are my faves. Plus, can't turn down fairy figures. See, yeah. I have all of my dragon statues still. And I'm not going to lie, Justin and I have already talked about one of the trips we're going to make when we're in North Carolina is there's this little hobby shop called The Hobbit. That's where all my dragon figurines came from, except maybe 2 or 3. And I've already told him, like, we are going to be stopping in The Hobbit, and you best bet your ass I'm going to get another dragon. It is a good movie. It is. I love it. And that's part of the reason it's now one of my like holiday favorites. I've got a couple now that on Netflix now that are holiday movies that I only watch in December. And I'm watching them every year now. And Holiday in the Wild is one of them. The Holiday with Cameron Diaz, Jack Black, and all of them whose names I can never remember. 4 of them. Big actresses and actors. And then now there's one I watched last year called Single All the Way that I will watch every year. It's been added to the list. Now that we're not traveling, I'm going to start my wall. Yes, wall of collections. Yes. Oops. That's the one I meant to click on. Holiday with Emma Roberts. I don't think I've seen that one. Or if I have, I'll have to check it out because I don't know if I've seen that one or not. If it's the one I think it is, I have seen it, but it wasn't one that I could watch with the kids. And 99.9% of the time, if I'm watching a movie, I'm watching it with the kids. So not really, if it's the one I think it is, not really one I'm comfortable watching with them yet. If it's the one I think it is. All right, I have officially reached the end. I'm going to mark this one. We're going to do another sprint. So, all right. And because I made them all during that, during that last sprint, I have got some prompts here. So here we go. Here's our next prompt. You haven't called me that in years. Now you're wanted by the law and have a problem. You seek my help. Why? And I worded that wrong. Let me change that. It should be you haven't called me in years, not called me that in years. This is what happens when you're trying to rush through stuff. There we go. Haven't called me in years. All right. 25 minutes on the clock. We're going to do this sprint. I don't know how long we're going to be sprinting for. We're going to sprint until I decide we're done, basically. Anyways, here we go. 25 minutes starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. Admittedly, I knew the cat was coming up, and it still scared me. Oh, googly moogly. I jumped. Alrighty. That was the end of that sprint. Let me know what you did, how you did in the comments. I worked on my vlog. The only thing I have to do now is add in the graphics as far as like the dates that I add in at the bottom, and then it's finished, and I can export it from my editing program, and then I'll be finished. So I'm getting pretty close to being done. Won't take me that long to finish that. I've already got 2 of the dates up, except for nope, 1 of the dates up. I cannot count it apparently. So getting there with that. But how did everyone else do? I saw. Okay, going back to where I started a comment from where I left off. JC was talking about Holiday, and yes, it was the movie that I was thinking of. So I have seen it, but it hasn't become like an everyday favorite or every year favorite, annual favorite, mostly because of the kids. So because I tend to watch more videos with the kids than anything else. And yes, Ogre made an appearance at the very beginning of that sprint. He decided that my face was where he wanted to be. So yeah, now he's laying beside me, curled up in a ball. Hi, Misty Kate. Hello. Yes, I'm still streaming for now. I am probably not going to last too much longer, though, because I am starting to get tired. It would not surprise me. I have not heard my husband for a while. It would not surprise me if he fell asleep at his desk, knowing that I'm streaming, even though I've told him he can come, like, kick me out of here. So I guarantee if I get up, I'm going to discover he's asleep at his desk. So sorry I missed you last week. Been dealing with pet loss. I am so sorry for your loss. That sucks. And I do not blame you for not being here because of that. You take all the time you need. There was lots of condolences about that. I even gave mine. And then Misty Kate did some blue hearts. Yay! Love me a good blue heart. Old man dog keeps going back and forth, so that tells me that my husband is probably asleep in his desk chair. So that's fun. Do I want to do another sprint? Not tonight, guys. I'm sorry. 5 is all I got today. So I'm going to go ahead and close the cat timer because we are done with it. Because I will probably fall asleep myself during the next sprint if we do one more. So Dark got 400 words. So the short is now at 3,763 words overall. I'm going to bounce because I work at 9, even though I really want to finish this last act of the story. Don't worry, you'll knock it out tomorrow if you end up writing tomorrow. I got faith in you. But yes, since you have work tomorrow, I do not blame you for wanting to go to sleep. I am doing the long blinks myself, so we are going to wrap up here. Have a good night, Dark. And yes, I am starting to get tired, and it is time to go to bed. It is 1:36 in the morning for me. I need to go make sure DeHubs has not fallen asleep at his desk, which I'm pretty certain he has. So I've got to rescue him from himself. And then chase him to bed, and then go to bed myself. So thank you all for joining me tonight. It has been lovely. I have loved every minute of it. If you don't know, if you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes. I have a book coming out on December 3rd. Today is now officially December 1st, so it's coming out in less than 2 days. In fact, my countdown tracker on my tablet says I have 1 day left before it comes out. I haven't decided yet, but I might be doing a midnight release live stream for that. I do have the day off. I specifically took it off for that purpose. I just haven't set it up because I didn't know if I would get approved for that day off. So I may or may not do a live stream to celebrate it coming out with some more sprints. So maybe. If you are interested, it is a new adult paranormal romance about modern day witches and familiars. The main character is what is called a shifter, which is a modern day familiar. And it's about her dealing with being a teenager and being human and trying to get used to the fact that she is a shifter after she has spent a year as a fox. So it's a republication. It was originally out 10 years ago. It has been edited a lot more. Some new things have been added, some things have been taken away. It's a better story overall, and I'm super excited about it coming out. It is only going to be available in ebook. I am still working on the paperback. It's just going to come out later. Hopefully by the end of the year, but it might be like January, the beginning of January before it comes out. So, anyways, it is going to be coming out then, and I will be continuing to do live streams at 10 p.m. Mountain Time. Oh, hi Kay. Yeah, I am wrapping up. I am done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Yeah, I don't know what else I was going to say. It's gone. I was editing a vlog during this stream. It's been a lot of fun. I'm not quite done with the vlog. I'll finish it up tomorrow morning, but it's not getting posted until next week anyway, so I'll be actually ahead for once. Woo! Look at me go. So, all right. I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have a lovely evening, day, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I'm going to say goodnight. Bye, everyone.